So I've been using Draftsight for just under a year. I have never used CAD before that, of any kind. And so I'm not really good at Draftsight, I don't feel. A lot of the stuff that I do is unconventional, not very efficient, I mean. And what I imagine would be efficient for someone that would actually do it for a living. But I've had a couple of requests for for me to do a tutorial video on how I draw. So I'll go ahead and do that. Just know that I'm not a professional drawer, and so the things that I do may be clumsy, may be time consuming, and maybe completely backwards to the way they should be done, but they're the ways that I'm doing it. So, and as I learn more, I try to incorporate better methods in my drawing techniques. Alright, let's go ahead and get going. Usually what I do is I'll start with a box. I don't like to use the little dots on here or the grid pattern on the drawing. I just like the plain white page. But I do put some constraints in, so I like a box, and what I'm going to do here is I'll actually talk through what I do. Is I'll select a line. That means I want to draw a line. I'll select the first point. I want the line to go down in this direction, and I'll type in 2. That means I want it to go down 2 units, which I'm using inches. And then let's go over 6 1/4. I have a knife in mind already that I've done before, but I've never drawn this knife on CAD. Go over 6 1/4. Okay, then we're going to go up 2, and then over. You can type C to close. And one of the things that you down here, we'll just look down here, these buttons, this ortho, that keeps you drawing straight lines this way. It confines you to only drawing straight lines or vertical straight lines. Horizontal or vertical straight lines is ortho, and I'll use that frequently. Most of the time I draw frequently with that on, and I turn it on and off. And then E-snap is for snapping to kind of predetermined points that the program will suggest. Say if I wanted to find if I wanted to draw a line to bisect here and cut that in half. Right now there's no I would have to guess, or I'd have to measure it. Now what I do is turn on E-snap, select that I want to draw a line, and I come down here and I get towards the middle. You can see that little yellow box that indicates what point it is, but it's a midpoint. So it snaps onto it. I left click the mouse, drag my line down, snaps onto the other end. It's that quick. Use that quite often. E-snaps, I turn them on and off depending on what I want to do. It helps me move around. I'm going to leave that there because I'm going to use that a little bit later. And I'm going to go ahead and bisect the box this way. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I want to come down about, okay, so this is going to be an inch. I want to come down 3/8 of an inch from the top for my point. So I've selected the line function, come over here and snapped onto the corner. I'll left click it, come down a little bit, and then I'll type 0.375. You can see that down in the lower left corner where it types the next specific point, specify the next point. Then I'm going to tap enter, and it's drawing that line. You can see where the line is now. So there's a line that's coming down from the corner, 0.375, which is 3/8 of an inch in decimal, and that's where it is. And so I just drop that out there so I know where it's at. That's going to be where I want my point, the tip of my knife to be, for now anyway. Okay, so it's going to have a big belly. It'll come down, and then this will go up and over here and into a handle. I've made one of these before, freehanded it, before I had been using any CAD. Okay, and I drew it back basically the same here, just with these basic functions. Alright, so I'm gonna select. So what I'm doing now is just building up the scaffolding to frame the knife, or to support the knife lines. I want this to come over, or left click there. So I'm drawing a line now in this direction. I want it to come over 1.5 inches. No, I want it to come over 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches. Hit the enter. Where'd that go? This thing give me headaches. Try it from this end. I'm gonna try it from right here. Alright, I'm gonna come this way. Let's see. I'm gonna go 2 inches. No, I'm gonna go 1.5 from this direction. I'm gonna add another 1/2 inch to that. So I'm gonna click on there again, add another 1/2 inch, 0.5, make that 2 inches from the end. Yeah, that looks more like where I want it to be. And this works out pretty good. Alright. So now I've selected, I'm gonna draw a line from the midpoint of that line, this direction. Actually, click that, bring it back, clicks on the midpoint there. So now we have a midpoint in here. What I want to do is take an arc. It's a 3-point arc. I'm going to take my first point here, my next point in the middle, my last point up here. What happened? And I'm going to drop that there, do one there, and point up there. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, guess when you do an arc you can't draw a straight line. So I'm going to start with it right around there. That's going to be the clip of my thing. And then I'm going to make a little thumb groove up here. I'll start up here, or a little thumb depression, come down a small amount, and go back up to there. Okay? And then let's see what happens here. Come from the tip down to there. Okay, so that's kind of the basic profile. There's the spine, got a place for your thumb to go in, a little concave down, and then the belly of the knife. Then what I'm going to do here is curve this down to the corner. So down here in the corner, I'm going to make a radius. Let's see, I want it to be a 1-inch handle, so I'm going to go up a half, up. I'm drawing a line now, up 0.5. What I was. Try over 0.5. 0.5. For some reason that doesn't work, and I don't understand why. I upgraded to the 2016 version, and it has a few differences that I haven't quite figured out yet. Alright, let's try it here. I'm going to go 0.5 over. There we go. I'm going to go 0.5 down. Okay, this is the point in space that I want to draw the end of my handle around. I'm going to use a circle for that. Alright, so now what I've done is gone up here and I've selected draw a circle, come down to that area, to the end point of my little deal, left click it, I expand it just a little bit so I can see it. Then down in the lower left corner you see where it says specify a radius. Now you can either specify a diameter or a radius. If you want to specify a diameter, you type in D and then the enter key, and then you would type in the dimension you want for your diameter. Okay, or if you want to do the radius, you type in R, enter key, and then type in the radius. Of course, the radius will be times 2, give you a circle. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the diameter. I'm going to type in a D, enter. I want a 1-inch circle. Type in a 1, enter. And then I've got a 1-inch circle right there. Alright, now I'm going to go back to an arc. I'm going to pick up this point right up here. I'm going to come out here into space somewhere, just where it looks good. Oh, that didn't look very good. Alright, I'm going to drop it on that corner back there right now, on that quadrant point of the circle. And then I'm going to draw another line. I'm going to come in here 1/2 inch, 0.5, enter. I don't know what's going on there. It's frustrating not knowing what to do here, not knowing what I'm doing. There's something going on there. Alright, for this one, go ahead and work here. Okay, there's my arc. I'm going to click that point, left click it, and bring it down to right there for now. I'm going to use my little track wheel and zoom in. And there's no snap points up there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cross the perimeter line of that circle with my other line here. And it will make a little intersection there. And now that it has done that, it comes back and it makes a little snap point where there wasn't one before that I can snap right to. Okay, so now I've got that. Now what I want to do is come back up and have a radius in here. Alright, I've got an idea. What I'm going to do is go to this tab. I'm going to do a fillet. And the next thing you want to do is, let's see, I'm going to specify the radius. So down in the lower left, I'm going to type R equals, or R enter. And I want a 1/2 inch radius. So I go 0.5 inch. Alright, now I select the first entity, this line here. Next entity, this line. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this line. So I'll select it, go to delete, cut that line out, and get rid of this line, this line, this line. So I'm left selecting those. Right click on the mouse, go to delete, clean that up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to draw an arc. Actually, I'm going to try something new, or try something that I've learned just this last week. I'm going to do an offset. So I select the offset function, which is here, and it gives me a says specify distance. So I'm going to specify 1 inch. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to select this line here, and then let me try that again here. Repeat offset, specify distance 1 inch, specify an entity, then you specify the side. So you move the your cursor either to this side or to this side, and that's where your offset will draw that line again at the distance you specified. So the reason I picked 1 inch is because this circle's 1 inch, so hopefully it'll just bring a line right over here. Yeah, just like that. Alright, so now I've got my line in place. That was pretty easy, didn't have to freehand or anything. Now what I want to do is fillet that. I'm going to use the same radius that I had before, and I'll select there, and it fillets that. You can see that it's a little bit odd right through here. I'll click that up. Let's move this up to there. Okay, that'll make it a little bit smoother looking. And let's check another function. Well, we'll just keep it simple here. I'll go down and get rid of that fillet. Delete that. I'll select the end of that thing and just move it back to the end of the line. That took out some of that. Let's try that again. Let's see what's over here. Oh, there we go. Alright, then we'll select that one. Move it to the end of the line. Okay. So now I'm going to escape. I use the escape key to cancel your function. I'll select these and get rid of those to kind of clean up the drawing. Alright. So this is going to be about a 3-fingered knife. What you do is hook your finger under the hook, like 3 fingers under there, and then your thumb would go in there. Let's give it a little bit of a... Actually, let's leave it like this. No, let's give it a little shape to the back. Going to... Let's fatten up the back a little bit. Okay, oops. Okay, escape. I'm going to delete this line, or this circle. It was there as a guide, kind of. Delete that. Let's see. See, we can see what's happening on the ortho, so I'm going to deselect that. Turn the ortho off. Select again. And we'll just pull this down here. And, okay, escape. I kind of like the way that looks. I'm going to check it out. So I'm going to get rid of the frame around the knife and see how that handle looks. Oops. Alright, we don't want to do that much. I'm going to click undo, bring that back, get rid of this one, this one, this one. Delete. That's a little line that I drew in there. Delete that. Alright, I'm going to do a trim function. This is a nice one to know. Select trim. Select the lines that I want to trim from, or cut to, however you want to say that. So I'm going to trim, and then I'll hit enter. So I'm going to trim this line here, from here up, and this line, or this line here, from here to the left. And I'll hit enter. Now I've selected those, they've turned dots. I'm going to hit enter, and I'll come over here and clip that off, clip that off. Alright, I'll hit escape, get out of that function. That's a little bit squarer than I wanted it to look. So what I want to do is come to this menu. Let's try the fillet. Let's see what a 1/2 inch fillet looks like. Okay, repeat that function. Oh yeah. Let's repeat it once more. Alright, that doesn't look too bad, really. Actually, that looks really good. I'm gonna leave it like that. Alright, let's simulate a grind on this knife. We'll do a shallow grind on it, not very high, with an offset. We will go, let's go 3/4 of an inch up. So we go 0.75, enter. So this line goes this way, 0.75. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that over. Oops, let me escape that. Select that, delete it. Alright, offset is still turned off. I'm just going to bring this straight back there and bring it back there. The same thing up here. Actually, let's do this up here. We'll trim that. Since it's already up there, we're going to trim function from that line, enter, clip, and it's gone. Alright, and that's going to sit, that's symbolize, that's what the bevel will look like. Okay? And let's find, go to the dimensions, get a center mark on this radius here. And get a center mark. Let's see, repeat center mark on there. And that should do it. Alright, now what I'm going to do is take an offset. I'm going to offset 1/2 inch because that's the thickness basically of this part of the handle is 1 inch. So I'm going to offset 1/2 so I can get a line down the middle. So I'll go 0.5, enter. Select this line. I want to offset it here. Perfect. Okay. So now I've got the center of my handle. I'm going to select a line. I want to take a line from the center of this radius, or this circle. Let me turn the ortho back on so I draw straight lines. I'm going to take this up to here. I'm going to draw, select circle. So put it on that point there. Okay, and it's already got a default of, from the last circle that I drew, it's got a default of a 0.5 radius, so 1/2 inch radius. Now I just hit the enter button. Okay. It's going to be a basic, just a basic handle scale. Now hit escape out of that. Now let's trim it. Hit trim. I'm going to trim the circle off that line. I'm going to trim the right half of the circle off, so I'll select that line, enter, trim the circle. Alright, now I want to come down here. I'm going to pick up, actually I'm going to trim that right there. So let's select trim, scroll in with your wheel, select this line here, enter, trim. Okay, I'm gonna put a pin right there. So I'll go to circle, select that, diameter, so I put in a D, enter, 0.25, enter, and that gives me my 1/4 inch pin right there. Alright, now this, I want to do something a little different here. It's not working out right. Okay, come over there, drop the point, because there was no snap, so then I'll back up. It snaps right to there. Now there will be a center of this line. Let me find it. Select that curve and then move over like that. Let's see how that looks. I don't like it. Let's check the distance. Well, that's the middle, but it just doesn't look proportional. I want it to be right about there, I think. So I'll grab that, pull it. Let me turn the ortho off. I think I want it right about there. Okay. That looks better balanced to me. Okay, now I'm going to do a circle. Select circle. Select, let it snap on there. And just have to hit enter. Or let's see, we'll go diameter, enter. 0.25, enter. I'm going to take that one, that one, that one, that one, and delete those. Delete that one. Go ahead and delete this. Now let's give it a little color just for fun. Take the hatch, fill, select the color, standard color. Let's do gray for the, we'll do this color gray for the knife bevel. Okay. Specify points. Now if your points are not all closed, if there's an opening somewhere, even if it's very microscopic, this function won't work. And that's one way that a draftsman told me that I can check my entities to see if my spaces are all closed for using on the CNC machine. Alright, so it's all closed because it turned dotted, so that it's working. Then I'll right click, enter, and then say OK. Alright, now that's my bevel. Let's hatch again, fill, we'll select a color from the standard colors. Let's go a little bit darker. OK. Specify points. We'll do this part. No, didn't want to do that. Okay, back up. Well, let's cancel and take a peek. What happened there was this circle is not touching the line, probably up here, and so that it selected, when I wanted to select this space, it selected the entire profile of the knife. Oh yeah, see? So right there, there's an opening that allowed that to happen. So I'll bring that up perpendicular to that line, and it joins now. Let's see what happens. Escape out of that function. I'm going to hatch, fill. Already got the color that I want. Specify points in there. Okay, now see how it's just selected this area. Right click, enter. Okay. Alright, now that's darkened up. Let's do these pins. We'll do those with a dark black and a hatch, fill, pick a color. Let's go to standard colors. We'll just take dark black. Okay. Specify the points. I want it in there. I want it in there. Right click, enter. Okay. Got the black pins. Right, let's hatch again. Let's fill again. Fill. This time, let's pick a color from here. Let's see. Let's pick a. Not that. Let's pick a. That's a good blue there. Let's pick that one. So we're going to do a blue fill. Specify the points, the handle scale. Enter. Okay. That's how it's done. Alright, I'm just going to undo this. Now, well, let me do a little quick. If I want to undo it, you can click on there, and the only way I've been able to do it is do a quick group of that color, and then select on it, do a quick ungroup, and then you can delete it. Okay. So we will do a quick group of those. Let's see. Select them again. Oops. I'm just gonna undo. Like I said, I don't have the best skills on this. Oops. I'm gonna undo that one. Undo another one. Undo another one. Undo that one. Keep undoing. There we go. Alright, let's fix this. Put that back up there. Alright. Now let's do some sheath work on this. Alright, this is going to be, this will be 3/16 of an inch thick, this little knife. The metal is 3/16 of an inch thick along the spine right here. So what I've been doing, just my experience, and it's been doing them pretty good, we will use the offset, and what I do is offset from the spine 0.47. So we go offset, specified distance 0.46. 0.46. Enter. Offset. 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 Alright, I do that because that's thicker right along there. Now we're going to right click, escape, right click, repeat offset. This time we're going to do the bevel down there at 0.37. There. Escape that one. Let's do it again. Repeat offset. This time we're going to go 0.375, 3/8 of an inch. Going to offset up here, up here, up here, and down here. Okay, let's go back to dimensions. We'll take the center mark. I want to put that center mark back just for reference. Okay, actually I want to draw a line, so I'm going to select a line to the center mark there. We'll go turn the ortho back on so it's straight. Go down a ways. Select the line. I'll drag it up. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is turn the ortho back off and do some free-handed dragging here. Select the line, and you just pull it out, and I keep it on its same, I don't know what you call that, trajectory, or in its same way it was going. Drop it out there, and do that up here. So you can see how the line moves around. I just follow the dotted line where it was so that I can keep the same profile going. Up there. Okay, escape that. Let's see, let's do a fillet here. Let's try R equals, down here in the bottom left, R equals point one. Enter. See how that looks. Okay, I'm going to repeat the fillet. This time I'm going to type M for multiple. So I don't have to do this every time. I don't have to redo it every time. So this will just let me go until I escape the function. That doesn't look too bad for now. Alright, we'll go ahead and escape that function. I'm going to do that dragging thing down here. Both of these lines, just drag them out of ways. Alright, let's practice the trim a little bit. Hit the trim function. I'm going to trim that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Let's see how it works. Enter. Oop, doop. Oh, down there. There we go. Trim there, trim there, trim there, and trim there, trim there. No, alright. So trimmed it. Alright, we'll get rid of that one. Alright, that's looking pretty decent. Now what I want to do is just come over here. Let me turn this ortho back on for straight lines. We'll come over 0.375, type enter, go up. Alright, that's going to be the first set of rivet holes. Go over 1 inch, enter 1, enter, drag it down, left click, over, 1, enter, up, left click, over, 1, enter, down, left click, over, 1, enter, up, left click, escape. Okay, so that's the grid that I'm going to use, and that'll put the holes at 1 inch intervals on a strictly vertical grid. Now linear wise they'll be different because they're going to be on curves. So if I follow this line from here to here, it's not 1 inch. From here to here is 1 inch. From here to here is farther than 1 inch. Just explaining. Not really that important for now. Alright, now I'm going to draw a circle where the rivets are going to go. So I select circle, come down and select the point that I want it to be at. Diameter, D, enter, 0.25, enter. Then you can just do repeat circle, select the spot, left click, enter. Repeat circle, select your spot, left click, enter. Repeat, so you can do some shortcutting. Repeat your spot, left click, enter. Select your spot. I'm going to not do that on that line. I'm going to go right here to this tip. Actually, I'm not going to do that one yet. We'll skip that one. I'll do an escape. Repeat the circle, select where I want it to go, left click, enter. left click, enter, left click, enter, left click, enter. Alright, what I want to do here, I want to actually put a fillet out there. We go over here, select the fillet, and let's put a 3/8 radius. So we go R, type R, enter, 0.375, enter. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's do that again. We'll repeat that. Select there, select there. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of these frame lines, these scaffolding lines that I use to lay out stuff. And I do a lot of that, and I don't know if that's normal. If draftsmen normally do that, I don't know. I know they do some of it, I think, but I do a lot. Alright, now we're going to do another circle right in the center of that one. And since I already have that set up from before, I'll just I'll left click it on there, enter. That one looks just a little bit funny because these are spaced out across that longer swoop. That one looks just a little bit bunched in. Let's try removing it and see how it looks. Left click it, cut it. Alright, let's do, go from here to there, escape, let's find the midpoint. I'm going to move the circle over, enter, cut it. That looks a little better balanced. Okay, and these two are still on 1-inch centers. That one's off a little bit. Alright, but that looks better aesthetically, it looks better balanced to me. Alright, I got rid of the one line that I wanted here. I keep doing that. Keep thinking it's a scaffold line. Alright, we'll take that one down. There, escape, zoom out, select it, drag it up, crossover, drop it, pick it back up, and makes a point at the intersection. Alright, next thing I want to do is, now you can stop here, and this will be just a nice kydex sheath. What I've been doing is making it a little decorative. I will take the circle, so I select a circle, we're going to select your point, select R, so you got to type in R equals 0.375, enter, draw that, and then repeat that on all of these. Center point, left click, enter, repeat circle, left click, enter, repeat circle, left click, enter, repeat circle, left click, enter, left click, enter, left click, enter, left click, enter. Alright, next I want to take an offset. Select offset. Distance is going to be half, so I want to offset this line here from here to there. So it's going to be 0.125, eighth of an inch. Ready? Offset here, offset here. There we go. Offset, offset there, offset there. I just learned to use this offset this week, and it's really handy. Okay, I'm going to escape that function. Alright, now this one needs to go. That one looks okay. Let's try, now we're going to do some trimming. Select trim, left click. I'm going to trim this line. Okay, enter. Now I'm going to trim everything on this circle below that line. Like that. Oh yeah. Like that. Like that. Like that. Yep. Trim all those off. Okay. Escape. I'm going to get rid of this line and this line. Clean this up a bit. These are just scaffolding lines. Okay. Over here and delete. A little more to clean up there. Delete that one. Alright. So now we've got the profile of the bottom piece of Kydex, and we've got the laying out the profile of the top piece of Kydex over it. Now we'll go up here and select fillet R, type in R equal enter, 0.5, enter, select that one, select that one. Doesn't look good. Alright, I'm going to delete that. That's not looking right. Nice anyway. Alright, got a new plan. Okay. What I'm going to do is do one dip there, one scallop here, because it's not scalloping well with that pattern up there. Then I'm going to scallop across the bottom. Okay, let's see, we're going to do the fillet. We're still at our default is half an inch right at the moment. I'm going to type in M, enter, so I do a multiple fillet. I don't have to keep redoing it. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Escape the function. Okay, that's not quite touching, is it? So we'll put that up on the line. Right there. Take that out there. Escape. And let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Go over here to just do a trim real quick just to clean up things. I'm going to trim from that line, enter, cut that off. And let's see. Oops. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and delete that for a moment. Not yet. Not quite sure what I want to do. Okay, that's all stuck to that center, isn't it? I know what I want to do. Okay, delete that. And let's take our center mark and we'll do that. Yeah, that's what I wanted right there. And let's check the radius. The diameter is 3/4. Okay, escape that. So I'm going to make a 3/4 inch circle. Drop that. D, enter, 0.75, enter. And then I'm gonna just cut this circle here and here. Let's go to a trim. A trim from there and there. Enter. Clip that chunk out. Get rid of the scaffold. Alright, that's better. Alright, so what's going to come down here, let's do a fillet. Fillet. Let's do a one. Let's try a 1 inch. So we go R, enter, 1, enter. Select that. Select that. It's a little bit big. Let's try, see how it looks. Repeat the fillet. Select that. Select that. Yeah, it's a little bit big. So is that one. Let's delete those. Cut it. Let's try repeat the fillet. R, enter, 1.5, enter. Let's try that again. Oops. Escape. Repeat fillet. The top one looks okay, that bottom one's still got a bigger distance between there. Let's try repeat fillet. Fillet. Let's try R, enter, 2, enter. I don't like it. So I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this too. And I'm just going to do it right here. Okay, you can see that that's not touching, so I want to get that over here somewhere. Turn the ortho off. Okay, that's good. that. Yeah, it's good enough. Alright, I'm going to trim it. Do here, select trim. Trim from this line. Enter. I'm going to trim this piece off. And this piece off. Alright, let's go back to a fillet. Select fillet. Let's go radius, R, enter, 0.5, enter. Let's change that, it's kind of big looking. Let's do fillet, R, enter, 0.75, enter. That looks a little more balanced with these other two. Okay. Let's drag this line up. Actually, let's leave that alone. Let's just escape that. Get rid of that. Okay, let's work on our handle. Let's do an offset of a point 0.37. Offset this down there. Actually, let me get rid of that. Let's do a 0.46. We'll repeat the offset. I'm going to do a 0.46. Enter. Just wrap it all the way around. Okay. This one will do. I don't want to delete that far back. Escape it. Let's do a trim. Kind of clean this up a bit. Trim from this line. Enter. Cut. Cut. Okay, escape. And get rid of that. Cut that out. Alright, what to do? Let's do a fillet. A point. Do R, enter, 0.375. Alright, oops. Alright, let's repeat the fillet. R, enter, 0.375, enter. I forgot to put the enter. Alright, we'll do that one and that one. Okay, so we wrapped around. And let's do it up here. Wrap it around. What's going on in there? Okay, make a little radius there. Let's try it once more. From here to there. Okay, escape. Bring this up. Let's turn the ortho back on for a straight line. Okay, bring it back to the intersection. Alright, then let's do our fillet again. We already have 375 in there. select there, select there. That looks good enough. Alright, I'm going to copy that. Copy it to the clipboard. Just paste it down here. And get the knife out of there. Okay, I'm going to delete all those. Leftover. I'll delete those. Okay, so that would be basically the sheath look. And then from on the end there. Okay, this will, I'm working up to something. I'll show a side view of it, or edge on view, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now what I would do on this is make about a ½ inch offset. So this would be 0.16. That's 2 layers thick. Just bring it down to there for now. Okay. I'm going to drop that. Let's drop it 5/8 of an inch. So that's going to be 0.625. Enter. Okay. Do this all down here. Alright, this is the 2 pieces of Kydex that are 80 thousandths thick. Okay, so that's the 2 pieces of Kydex. Get rid of that. This top one stops back here. And then about here, 0.08 down, 0.625, enter. Okay, and then the knife would be in there. The Kydex will be formed up over it. And then your belt and stuff will go in here. Alright, so then we could make for a small, let's check the dimension here. We're making for a small dimension, linear. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Alright, let's make a 1-inch square. Let's do that. And just copy and paste it. Select a line, down 1, enter, over 1, enter, up 1, enter, C, enter, closed. Alright, and then we will do a line there, repeat the line, snap on there, line there, let's do some holes, going to be left click, D, enter, 0.25, enter, left click, 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 enter. Alright, let's get rid of the lines. Select those all, get them out. Okay, delete those. Grab that. That's going to be our mounting holes for a small tech lock. Copy that to the clipboard. Bring it over here. Let's do a paste. Just slide it around until we find out where we like it. That's down a little bit low into where it's going to be bent. I would say we'll just try it right there just for drawing purposes. Okay, those will be your mounting holes for a tech lock. You could actually slot those if you wanted. I'll show real quickly how I draw the slots. Take a line down through the center. Okay, this is a 1/4 inch hole, and I make a 0.16 wide slot. So we'll start here and go 0.08. I'm doing it very simply. I do a little, we'll go 0.08 that way. Okay, take a line, draw it up, select it and extend it on down, repeat the line, alright, then we'll go to the trim function, trim, select, enter, trim, 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 trim. Okay, get these out of the way. Delete those. Okay, line. Alright, and you could do another one right here, or 3 of them, and that way you could do a dangler or use a 1-inch webbing to hang it from your belt or whatever you wanted to do with it. But you would still have these here for positive locking on your tech lock or other fastening systems. Alright, let's draw one more. I will show one more thing. This will be, basically that'll be the bottom piece. I'll copy that to the clipboard. Just jump over here real quick. Show what it looks like if it were just doing the top piece. Okay, we've got a line. Okay, now, okay. We'll get rid of the knife. Just get rid of this bottom part of the sheath. Delete that. Delete that. Knife out of there. Okay, and go ahead and delete this. Let's see, that's not going to work. I need to trim that. Just trim it from here to here. Enter. Clip it. Okay. So this will be, clean that up. This will be the bottom part of the. Get those out of there, just so I don't have those. There's no confusion on anyone. Try that one smart. Alright, I'm going to delete those. I'm going to trim that one because it's got the radius on it. So, yeah, from this line over, enter. See what happens when I cut it off. Maybe it won't be a problem. Alright, it wasn't a problem. And then this will be the top piece of Kydex that would fit over. That would be the profile for it. And what you could do then is have, you know, your two-tone colors. Let me pick one real quick. Just do a black on the top. Wasn't closed. Try that. Okay, enter. It's okay. And then we'll just do orange on the bottom for contrast purposes. Alright, so that's not closed somewhere. Not important right now, but anyway, that would be orange. It's not closed somewhere along here. So you could get a two-tone look with the bottom one color and then the top here another color. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.